everyone, this is Shelley with Shelley's Images, and today I'm flipping the camera around a little bit, giving you a different view than the normal view I show you on the videos. Today I wanted to show you how I make my Glimmer Mist spray, and I've been around the blogs and the web and I've watched a bunch of the different videos and tutorials that are out there, and I have found some things along the way that I find work better for me. And so I thought I would share those with you. I thought it would be a nice addition to our tutorial library at Shelley's Images blog. So if you haven't been to the blog and checked out all of the wonderful tutorials that we do have a little button on the side, right-hand side of our blog that says Tutorial Library. So just click that and it'll take you to a page that contains all of our tutorials, not just the tutorials from me, but also tutorials from our design team. So there's lots of great inspiration there. Let's get started making our Glimmer Mist sprays. And the first thing I want to do is just kind of show you the products, the elements that we need to put this together. The first thing I'm going to show you are the little mini misters from Ranger Ink. I like these because I like the fine mist and spray that they give me when I make the Glimmer Mists. So I've splurged a little bit on this part of it and have decided to use the mini misters. The other thing I like about these are the small size. So I can mix up a bunch of different colors but not have all the bottles kind of cluttering my studio. So I like the small size as well. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the paint. I've chosen just metallic acrylic paint. This paint I happened to get when I was at Walmart because that's when I thought about it, but it was $1.77 there, and so it's a great value because you can make jillions of bottles of the Glimmer Mist with one bottle of the acrylic paint. So $1.77 for the acrylic paint, and a lot of the Glimmer Mists cost you know, $4 or $5. So it really is cost saving to make your own. The next thing that we need is the rubbing alcohol. Again, this is just what I found at the store that I was at. This one happens to say 50%. I've seen some that are 70%. Not quite sure what the difference is, but I don't think it matters much for this project. So if you're out shopping for alcohol or have some in your cabinet, I don't think the percentage matters very much for what we're doing here. And the last thing that I'm going to show you, and this is my own little tip that I found after making my first bottles of Glimmer Mist, I had a hard time getting them stirred up. I ended up with kind of a settling of the acrylic paint in the bottom of my mister, and I had a hard time shaking it enough to get it stirred in. And so what I decided to do was add a couple of little BBs into the bottom of my mister, and that really helps with the stirring, agitating process. I did find that 2 works better than 1. They kind of seem to work together in there to help mix things up. One other tip that I'll show you, I'll try to show you, hopefully it'll show up on the camera. I like to store mine laying on their side like this. This way the acrylic paint kind of settles in a thinner line across the whole barrel of the mister, and it makes it easier for me to shake it up and get it ready to use. It certainly is okay to store them up and down. It'll just take a little bit more shaking because you want to make sure that before you spray it that you don't have any settled acrylic paint in the bottom of your mister where that kind of the end of the spray nozzle reaches down on the bottom. The mister doesn't like that very much, and it really gums up the inside of the mister. So just make sure that you take some time to shake them up, kind of hear the little BBs in there as it kind of works to get it stirred up, and then just turn it upside down and make sure that there's no paint stuck in the bottom of it before you press it and try to spray it. So let's go ahead and make one real quick here for you today. I'm just going to, of course, take the lid off of it and open up my paint. It says that this one is peridot. I don't want to use that one. I already have one of those. I'm going to use let's see, what is this one? It's called Blue Sapphire. I don't have a darker blue yet. So I'm just going to squeeze some into the bottom of my little mister tube here. And what I'm looking for is kind of, about that much in the bottom of the container. For some colors, it seems like it takes a little bit less. Some colors, it seems like it takes a little bit more. So you can just, of course, add more if you don't think that the color is as vibrant or as bright as you want it to be. But I certainly don't think that you'll need any more than this amount in the bottom of your mister. If you're using a bigger squirt bottle, just try to cover the bottom of whatever container you're using and go just a little bit above the bottom, and I think that you'll find that that's enough paint for generally what you're doing. I'm going to go ahead and drop my 2 little BBs in here and remove the lid to the alcohol so I can pour some in. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess while you're watching. The other little tip here is don't fill it all the way to the top with the alcohol, because of course when you add in your little squirt nozzle, it's going to take up some space in there too. So I've got it all put together. I'm just going to stir it up now. Shake it up and get those BBs a little bit loose in there so that they help with the stirring process. So again, I'm just looking to make sure that I have it evenly distributed inside and looking to make sure that I don't have any of that paint left in the bottom of my little mister bottle. Okay, I have just a couple of little scrap pieces of paper, so I thought I would just spray a little bit out here for you and kind of show you what we end up with here. Generally, I reach down and spray into my trash can, so that's kind of a keeps it from getting all over my studio. So I'll just spray some out here and try to hold it up here for you so that you can see it. The alcohol helps it dry quickly. I've seen some people making their Glimmer mist with water, and I think that that does work, but the alcohol really helps the spray dry quickly on your project. So that is just, it's really, really a pretty color. Let me bring in some of the other ones I've made recently and spray those for you too. These I made about 2 weeks ago. And so, you know, they've kept nicely in the little misters. I did decide to go ahead and put a little label with the color so that when I run out and want to make more, I can know exactly what color I used. So here I sprayed, I think this one's called Ice Blue. I've got one bigger dollop there, but I'll turn it over and kind of show you what that looks like. I'm just spraying it on regular white cardstock, so it's warping just a little bit more than it would on a heavier cardstock. But I hope that you can see kind of the shimmery effect that it gives, and it really works just as well as those more expensive Glimmer mists. If you are a frugal crafter like I am, I like to find little tricks like this to save some money so that I can buy some of the bigger tools and fun things that I want to get. So I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial today and a little bit of a different view of the studio, and I sure hope that you'll give this a try, because these really, really work well and really have a nice effect on the projects. So I hope that you're inspired to go make some, and I can't wait to see what you create.